What's your favorite investment so far? Maybe not from a financial standpoint, but just from an entertainment or just favorite, however you want to define that.
Oh, Lord.
God, that's a really loaded question. What's
I didn't mean to be loaded. I'm just
I mean,
curious.
there's so many. What's my
Because you could have invested in something that's fun that made no money.
While he's thinking about this, let me tell you. At one point, they had an interest in the Field of Dreams.
The movie?
No, the place.
I don't know what the place is.
The house with the field. It's a real place.
From Kevin Costner?
Yes.
They made a music park out of it or something?
No.
It's a baseball field.
It was a farm with a baseball field.
Yeah.
And then it became owned by a group they were a part of.
Okay.
And it was an Airbnb too, yeah?
Yeah.
And then they built a Major League Baseball stadium there. And they're like part owners of the Field of Dream, the actual physical place. And I was just like, lead with that, bro. That's cool. Like, that's a conversation starter.
It just got sold like 2 weeks ago.
I heard. That's awful.
So it's whatever, but it's still close. And it's a big deal.
Is that your favorite?
You got the cow. You said there was one cow that you had on a picture of your shirt, I think?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's two cows iconic that we've had. Apple Red. Apple Red was a red cow that sold in 2008 for $1 million, and we bought part of her with a group of about 6 or 7 of us.
What did it taste like?
It was a dairy cow.
No, he said you bought part of. He was trying to figure out if you bought the fillet or.
Yeah, no. So she was a milk cow. She was the first. We paid $1 million. She sold in Connecticut at Arethusa Farms, and they were the owners of Menania Blanc's, the shoot place from Sarah Jessica Parker and Sex and the City. They bought a dairy farm in Connecticut and still operate it today or whatever. But that was where the farm was at, $1 million. She went on to be grand at her show, International Cow of the Year, I think twice. First cow in the Holstein breed to have 100 excellent daughters classified or whatever. So a highly huge impact cow that built a lot of relationships, friendships for us. And then got to be 2014, we got to be part of a syndicate, a group of guys that let us in on a cow named Miss OCD Robust Delicious. And genetically, she's probably, I would say, the top Holstein genetic cow in the world for the last 11 years.
So when you buy an interest in something like that, what's the sellable asset? Is the sellable asset that the semen or the eggs that go out, or the actual calves, or
all the above? There's 3 right now. Our main, so we IVF them, flush them, get embryos, put them in donors, recipients, or whatever, and we sell some embryos internationally to people around the world. Try to sell some females from time to time, and then the best, most profitable thing is to take bulls, collect semen on them, freeze the semen, and then they export it to about 60 countries around the world. So that is, and a lot of her heritage, lineage, or whatever has been successful, and that's been a good.
What's the going rate for something like that, for just an embryo? I'm just curious.
Embryos. The cheap ones bring $300 a piece, and the most expensive ones are probably $3,000-4,000.
Oh, wow.
And a unit of semen they sell for somewhere between about $4 to up to $100. But they can make 10,000 a month, 10,000 doses a month.
But from a ROI standpoint, $1 million bull or cow, or I'm not sure which one it was, which, is it 10x, is it 100x? What's the ROI on something like that?
They're all different. The more they make, the easier it gets.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to make 30 eggs versus 100 eggs, whatever. And then the bulls, how much semen they can make. The good thing with the bulls, they go to a stud or whatever, and they collect the semen on them, so our expenses stop after that. So they just mail a check. It's every quarter you get a royalty check, or you sell them outright for cash, and it's kind of the precursor to Brandonham's mailbox money. It's mailbox money. So there's our cattle thing and a real estate. There's so many similarities.
Because you buy the asset and the asset keeps paying.
Yeah, do that, and then how you go about buying the asset, and buy things without emotion. It's all it's there, right? There's probably more emotion in cattle on that. There's more maybe up and down, but like the real estate, just buy it, look at it. Don't draw, everyone, it's like buying a car. Everyone goes and they get all, oh, I really like that car and blah, I'll drive it around and blah, blah. And they get you all emotional, right? And then you're like, oh, I just fell in love with this car. Yeah, I'll buy it. And then like all the business decisions are down the road and they just suckered you in for like $5,000 more and you should have paid for it. And all the extra blah, blah, blah. And you just can't say no because you really love this car. And it's stupid. Same thing with real estate. I don't care, multifamily, a house or whatever. Like, my wife don't even go do any of that with me. Because I'm just right to the thing. There's no gray area, it's black and white. Like, you get one shot to sell me this pickup truck. Don't fucking come back next week and tell me you can save $4,000 on it this week over last week. Because I'll just maybe be a little more disgruntled than I was last week when you were too high.
Yeah,
So,
I love that though. Buy things without emotion.
Yeah, it's black and white. There's no, when people put emotion into it, they always make wrong decisions. Always.